welcome to another day here at Bronie's desk. And this 21st day of May 2024, I finally have the amazing Dr. Laura Dennison, who was coming before Mother's Day to talk, but Mother Nature had other ideas and sent tornadoes her way. And I almost thought we were going to miss her again today because she had them heading her way again last night, her time. So we are talking on celebrating mothers today because, May, Mother's Day all year round, I think, my opinion. Mothers are important every day, and not just mothers, any women in your life. And I just want to add this because most of you will know my younger sister, who was just 61 in February, passed away on the 9th of May in Idaho, USA. So it's really difficult not being able to be there. So I kind of want to dedicate, especially my calls that I'm doing on health and mothers, to her this month. So, and she would have loved this, and she was actually looking forward to coming on to this one, but back on the 6th of May, that she had the massive brain tumor on the 4th of May. So she would have missed that anyway, but she would have liked to have been here. So with no further ado, before I burst into tears, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Laura Dennison. And thank you for coming and joining us, everyone. And it'll be a great day. Thank you, Dr. Laura.
Well, thank you, Bronie. And I tell you what, the love that you have from this company, I mean, we all felt, your pain and your sorrow through your sister. And you guys, losing loved ones tough. And, we're in a period of time where we're seeing more people die young. So I think our message has to get stronger. On getting these nutrients. And I'm going to talk about mothers, which you guys, mothers, okay, mothers are life, okay. God created women to have children. And and some people may not have any children, whether they choose to or not, but they've had a mother in their life. And maybe it's not their mother, okay, because not every mother is nurturing. And there's a lot of deficiencies that goes into the whole, ball of women's health. Okay. And so, but when we think about life, I mean, you can't have life without a mother. And they give birth to you. And so someone gave birth to you, and it's a beautiful thing. And whether they're still in your life or not, they still gave you life. And so we have to respect that part of life, because it's uh, there's always that joke that if men, because women always say that joke, if men ever had to have babies, they would never have any kids, right? Because us women, when we have childbirth, it's one of the most traumatic things a woman can go through, honestly. What their body can go through, and it's amazing that it can happen. And so when we think about that, we have to go back, and we're going to talk, because you wanted me to walk through the whole journey of women's health. But it starts at puberty. When we usually it's around 12, 13, 14 years old. It is starting earlier now for children, for boys and girls. And the reason is because of our environment and the environment that we're in. All the different hormones and that's in the food supply and the nutritional deficiencies. And so when you go through puberty and you go through your cycle as a child, it can be also very traumatic, and it doesn't have to be. So, but I want you to understand what we're going to talk about today, is because nutritional deficiency is the most important aspect that goes into women's health. Okay. We were talking a little bit earlier, and I have a little stat here of how much money is spent on women's health. And I go back, and when I start really diving into hormones, and I go back to, when they discovered estrogen, and doctors have always uh, used women as almost a scapegoat, because here's the thing is they can't figure it out. They can't figure out why a person gets to a certain age, why the hormones, why the autoimmune conditions, why all these things, when it actually comes back down to the deficiencies. Dr. Wallach talks about he's contributed over 600 diseases and conditions as associated to a mineral and vitamin deficiency. Well, why aren't we relating that to our hormones? Why aren't we relating that to women's health and autoimmune conditions and different things like that? Okay, so in January of 2024, the McKinsey Health Institute collaborated with the World Economic Forum Center for Health and Healthcare, said that now the reports are 1 trillion potential of closing women's health gap. What that means is there is $1 trillion that's spent on women's health. Okay, from whether you're a gynecologist, whether it's pharmaceuticals, and pharmaceuticals, they love women. Okay, because guess what? They get to create drugs for women, especially because when you go into the doctor's office and you have these certain symptoms, that they put you on depression medicine. My hormones, 27 is whenever I had a complete hysterectomy. And this is before we got into uh, the health industry. But, I went in crying. So guess what? What did my doctor do? He put me on Effexor, which is an antidepressant. Okay. Well, then that caused me to have suicidal thoughts. And then that also caused me to have low sex drive. Okay. Here I am, 27, 2 young kids, a wonderful husband, but I'm on drugs that's actually defying me to have hormone balance instead of actually trying to figure out my hormone balance. Okay. And so and I turn at 54 come June 6th.
Oh,
And yes, I
happy
have a birthday coming up.
birthday. Happy
I
early
love it.
birthday.
I love aging now, you guys, because the whole hormone balance it's tricky. And that's the reason why it's a big $1 trillion business.
Your
Okay.
birthday's around
So
the
I
same
want
time as Dr. Wallach's.
Yes, it is around Dr. Wallach's birthday. And so we've never celebrated together, but I want to do a Boss Babes event in Oklahoma. And anyway, so I can actually celebrate it with him. But anyway, so your hormones are, you got to think about it as a big business. And I want to talk about a few prescriptions. And Browen, you stop me if I'm going in a different direction, but here's
You're
some prescriptions that I personally had when I was a child. Okay, through my cycles, I was excessive, heavy menstrual cycles. I had the whole, what they tag it as PMS. And so my doctor, the only thing that they could come up with at that time was to put me on birth control. There is so many different side effects to birth control. And here I am, 14, 15 years old, getting put on birth control. One, I was very embarrassed about it because at that time, yeah, of course, I wasn't, you think about birth control and they're trying to stop my heavy cycles. And it just it just took me down a bad road, which if they would have figured out my hormones and would have adjusted that, because I was making excessive estrogen, then they could have actually helped me by deciding, maybe she just needs progesterone, or maybe she needs, testosterone, or maybe she needs, nutrients. Because that led me to a different side. And so when we go into, hormones and hormone health, it can start as young as puberty, women having problems. And it hits us about, okay, so we go through childbirth. We have also, we think about nutrient deficiency. Magnesium, which is the biggest micronutrient, the biggest thing for women. Okay, it calms the body. It's so needed in the body, but also vitamin D. Vitamin D is also a big deficiency whenever it comes to women's health, and that is through from puberty all the way to menopause, okay, and after menopause, okay. most women are deficient in vitamin D3. Okay, D3 is absorbable. Okay, and so you got to understand that, just not any vitamin D product. Okay, you get vitamin D3 in all of our products. My favorite product that I get my magnesium is the Cal Toddy. Okay, I love this product because it has the magnesium, but it also has the vitamin D3. So I hope you guys do. You guys have this over where
We
you're at?
do. We absolutely do.
Wonderful. Okay, this is my favorite product. And whenever you're looking at just calcium, magnesium, and I threw up calcium. Okay, Fosamax was a big prescription that I don't know if you have commercials. It gets played all the time. It came out in 2000, in 15, 16 Fosamax because it was a prescription by the big, and there's only some big pharmaceutical companies. They own everyone. I mean, you got Pfizer, you got Johnson and Johnson, you got some Swiss companies, but there's not very many pharmaceutical companies out there because they own it all. Okay, and when they came out with Fosamax, they immediately started doctors calling in anyone over the age of 35 to come in and get a bone density test. Okay, and
They do those a lot.
overnight, okay, overnight they were able to actually do that prescription. It is a billion-dollar industry, just that one drug, and you see it on TV all the time, the Fosamax. Well, it doesn't. Okay, they do it for the osteopenia and they do it for osteoarthritis. You guys, both of those are a deficiency disease. Calcium, magnesium. Look at the prescriptions. Can you believe that birth control actually robs your body of calcium? Okay, here they are selling a Fosamax, okay, to build bones because they know that they have the mindset for women is they're going to have brittle bones because they're losing their estrogen when they go through menopause, okay? And they say estrogen is a robber of the bone, and your body can't make those bones, okay? Uh, Dentist, they know exactly whenever you're on Fosamax because the jawline, you start losing your jawline. And that's all a side effect to Fosamax. And so even dentists actually understand, that this can be a huge and they're taking it for bone health. Okay. And so you have to be, I almost call it like a hormone detective. Okay. Because Bronwyn, your hormones are different from mine. Okay. Your metabolism is different from mine. Your body, how it absorbs nutrients is different from mine. And so I have to go off of what my symptoms are. And here's 4 categories that I love to talk about with my clients because it's not just one pill that is going to help you with your hormones. Okay. It is a wide range of things, and each one of those is critical to hormone health and to women's health. Okay. And men's health too. I mean, because you guys, men has hormones just like women. They can't bear children like women can. Okay. And they don't have what has been a psychotic condition, which is menopause, which if you look at menopause is actually the Greek name is means crazy. Okay. So they labeled us as going through a time of crazy when we started hitting perimenopause and menopause, okay, which just really aggravates me whenever you think about it because you guys, you don't have to have the hot flashes at night. So it's all these are symptoms. So then you have to figure out, okay, that if I'm having hot flashes, then I need to up my supplements, okay, I need to eat correctly. And okay, so one is nutrition, okay, we got to replace the nutrient deficiencies, okay. B12, vitamin D, like we talked about, magnesium, those are superior nutrients. B5, B6, all the B vitamins are necessary for hormone health. Then you have zinc. Zinc is, and I know you guys have the zinc immune support probably over there. But if you're feeling blue, okay, take a zinc. It's like a happy pill. Okay, you could take it immediately and it just boosts your mood. I mean, it's a very important because zinc deficiency causes you to have low moods. Okay, which can cause depression as well. But And so one is supplementation, and thankfully we are all a part of a company that has these 9 essential nutrients, that each one of these nutrients that I just listed, if you took them by themselves, they're not going to work effectively. You guys, when you supplement, and that's what I love about manufacturing, because I'm a manufacturer, is you have to have nutrients that work together, okay, to work more effectively. Can you just take a magnesium? You can, but it's not going to be as effective if it's not with phosphorus, if it's with a vitamin C. Vitamin C is also a cofactor, and calcium. Calcium magnesium is a great combination for bone health, but also for that magnesium that you need. So that's one thing. Second thing is the food intake. I love that Youngevity came out with the intermittent fasting. You guys, the benefits of intermittent fasting is so crucial, and your body goes in its in a reset and repair mode. Okay, so like what works for me is I quit eating at 6, and then I will go until 11 the next day, and then I will have my healthy meals. That's what actually works for me. That's what makes me feel good. But you, Bronwyn, you may not feel good on intermittent fasting. Maybe you need to do vegetarian. Maybe you need to do keto. Whatever the diet is, you got to understand there's certain things that mess up hormones. One is sugar, okay, and your carbohydrates. Carbs are detrimental to hormone health, okay? And so when you have high carb meals, like your pastas, which we all know, hopefully you're gluten-free on here, but
Yeah.
when you have, which is, very inflammatory, so, which stops your body to make necessary hormones, okay? And gut health and different things like that. But carbohydrates, sugar causes your body to elevate the insulin response, okay? But then it elevates cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone in the body that actually will cause your body not to make necessary hormones, okay? Cortisol is a hormone. And so it's very important that you understand that cortisol is your stress hormone, and it's made at night, okay? So my favorite product, and I hope you guys, do you guys have this there? The Beyond
No,
Gummies?
we
Okay.
don't, sadly. But we got some people on from the US here.
Okay. So, you guys, this changed my life because I went through a traumatic event, and I had this weight gain. Okay. And here I am, a naturopathic doctor. I mean, I didn't know what, I mean, I was taking care of my dad for a year and a half, and I was also taking care of a grandchild. And you guys, all these things happen. That's the reason why I want you to understand that you're unique. Okay. In how your body handles things. My body doesn't handle stress very well. Okay. So I was getting up at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd start praying. I didn't know, I just went down the list of who all I thought I needed to pray for, because I just felt like I had this negative energy, this nervous energy. And I was eating healthy. I was exercising. I was doing everything I thought, and I just couldn't lose weight. Well, it was because I couldn't sleep. Well, Youngevity now has the sleep gummies in the weight loss packs. There's a sleep ease that's in there. Maybe the Bio Night if you need. Do y'all have any of those over there?
We have this. No, we don't have sleep bees either.
Okay, we need to get that over there.
I'm not sure if we got the BioNite. We have a lot of products, and I don't know all of them.
Okay, well, okay, so if you're not sleeping, okay, you guys, it's going
Kevin
to.
no, he's on here.
Yeah, those products aren't available here.
Okay. So with those not being available, I like it just because it has the extra melatonin. But there's always things you can do to have a better sleep.
Spray that
Okay.
came through our Bennu sticks, and
Yeah, the Bliss spray. Perfect.
Yeah, it's called Bliss. I think it's called Bliss. It had a name change. This is spray, you sprayed on your tongue. So we do have that. Do you use that?
Awesome. Okay. you guys, if you're not sleeping, and I'm talking about you need to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Here's what happens during your sleep cycle. Well, when you start getting ready for bed about 7, 8 o'clock, you're winding down, your body starts naturally making melatonin. Okay, melatonin is the hormone that is the neurotransmitter that's going to help you sleep. Okay, then when you go to sleep, if you don't have any disrupted sleep, you're able to get into what's called REM sleep. REM sleep is necessary to make necessary hormones. Okay, plus it's helping you, it's called the glymphatic system. It's actually helping you to get rid of cells in the body that's just hanging out, okay, especially in the brain. And so, your REM, your eyes are going like this. And so it's helping you to get rid of those senescent cells that's just hanging out. And that's the only way to get rid of the excessive mucus and work like the lymphatic system with the brain. But it's called the glymphatic system. Okay. By doing this, then you're resting and you're repairing and you're making necessary hormones. And so you're helping with your digestion. And so if you're not getting, 7 to 8 hours of sleep and you're not getting into that REM sleep, which one indicator of REM sleep is you wake up, you remember your dream, and you go to the bathroom, and by the time you come back, you forgot your dream. It's okay if you forgot it, but at least you knew that you were in the dream state, which is actually the REM state. Okay, and so that's very important for hormone health, and especially because if you don't get into the REM sleep, your body makes too much cortisol. Okay, your cortisol is necessary for your fight or flight. Okay, it's the one that if during the day, if it's your fear factor, and so it's a natural hormone. But when you make too much, okay, then it exhausts the adrenals, and the adrenals is very necessary, and it's very connected to our hormones. Okay, so you don't want it to be released in that way, which that is a lot to do with the hypothalamus. But back to so one is supplementation, 2 is sleep. Okay, and 3 is the meal selections. Okay, so low carb. I don't like dieting. Okay, I like eating healthy. Okay, and so I do look at protein. We have the fantastic plant-based shake, and we have the TMR shake that is superior whenever it comes to proteins that's released in your body at different times. If you're wanting to lose weight or you just feel like your hormones are off, protein is a functional macronutrient that is it makes those amino acids, especially animal protein. Okay, it has all of the essential amino acids and it's necessary for hormone health. Okay, and so that is my third is your meals. Okay, so low carb. You guys, you can't out supplement a bad diet, and so you really got to understand. There's a lot of things as mothers that the meals is always the responsibility usually. Now, my son-in-law, he cooks in his family. Okay, so my daughter got lucky. Okay, but for the most part, the women do the grocery shopping. The women are responsible for making the meals. The women are responsible for reading labels. All this responsibility. Okay, and now it's more important than ever. And so, if you're a young mother on here, don't beat yourself up. There's ways, there's different apps you can download that you can scan barcodes to see if it's got GMOs, if it's got different things that is not good for you. But there's so many things that's being hidden in our food right now, and it's being bioengineered, that you got to look at labels. That was one thing that I was very proud of as a young mother. Okay, when I went into the nutritional industry, my husband got sick, and so I was already sick with having a hysterectomy. And so when we changed our lifestyle, and I really got into nutrition and started reading labels, once you know the truth, you know the truth. Okay, so I wasn't going to put sugar in my body. Okay, and I rarely ever put sugar. I mean, you know, and it really bothers my mom because she was a baker and her love language is cookies and cakes and you know, it really upsets her at Thanksgiving and I'm like, no, you know, I don't want any of that because I don't want that. I mean, I know that it causes disruption in the body, especially on the hormone level. So I felt guilty that I wasn't like my mom. Um, when my kids were little because, you know, when they got out of school, they got healthy snacks. They didn't get the cookies and the pies and the ho-hos and all that kind of stuff. Okay. And, you know, I wasn't a baker. I wasn't going to cook that way. Well, back then you didn't have all the now natural sources of baking that you can use, you know, the different things that are gluten-free and things like that. So, so now women have a better chance. But you guys, reading labels and teaching your kids to read those labels is imperative. I mean, right now it is like one of the most important things because here in the US, they allow so many things in our food supply. I mean, so many things. There's a lot of things we don't even know. And which disrupts, they're endocrine disruptors. They disrupt gut health. They disrupt, you know, and the incidence of depression and anxiety and autoimmune conditions. You know, autoimmune conditions, you guys, when you start getting diagnosed at 20, I mean, at 30, 35, most of the time, you know, the first hormone to tank for women is testosterone. And that's about the time that it starts tanking. Okay. Estrogen doesn't start tanking till you get closer to menopause. Okay. So here you are at 35. Okay. And you have a hormone that's so necessary to balance out the estrogen in your body. And it starts tanking, it starts lowering. Okay. Well, it's also a mood stabilizer. So you think about, you know, the depression, the anxiety, the autoimmune conditions, fibromyalgia, all these things people get diagnosed with in their early 30s. When if they could look back and see one, their food, two, supplementation. I mean, all of these, you guys, you got to start checking off these boxes before you just lay down and say, oh, I have this condition. Let's try to, you know, work and be detectives for ourselves to find out what is actually causing those disruptions. Okay. So, so hormone health, meals and reading labels, especially now, you know, eat organic as much as you can. There's, you can Google on the internet, there's a Dirty Dozen. There's some, you know, that you can get by with not eating organic if, but you guys, organic is pretty well the same price as over here as like the regular fruit. Okay. And so another thing is you want to eat in season. I know you guys are in your fall, and so you know the fall squashes are probably you know, really good. Your broccolis, your cabbage, you know, all that is, you know, really. And I always try to eat in season. We're into our spring and summer, and the summer squash is happening. I mean, oh my gosh, you know, I love, and you can't eat too much of good things too. Okay, they're all caloric. Okay, have a caloric value. So if you're wanting to lose weight, you got to really pay attention to that. But eating this season is very important. And as a mother, you're the one that's shopping. And so you've really got to be thoughtful about what you're feeding your kids because I am so adamant right now that we're in a period of time that is so necessary for people to understand what fast food does, what, you know, non-nutrient food does, and what it does to the gut and all these, you know, when kids are having all these adult diseases, it just really upsets me because we're taking away their childhood. And, you know, and all we have to do is start looking at labels and giving them proper nutrients. I mean, it's just, it's not as simple as that, but it is sort of as simple as that. And then the fourth thing, and because I don't want to, like I said, sometimes I talk a little bit, but the fourth thing that I think is really important, especially for mothers, but for everyone, is your mindset and your self-care. Okay, women have such negative talk. Okay, we always are comparing ourselves to other women. You know, she speaks better than I do, or she knows more than I do, or We were talking about our hair, Bronie, before the call. Oh my gosh, okay, our hair is a little bit messed up today, but you know what? I still feel beautiful, okay, even though my hair is a little bit messed up. But
Mine's really messed up. It's
but
just
that
not
self,
behaving.
you know, social media's got it where, we're so comparable, and so your mindset and your self-talk is important, but also the self-care. And I just want to throw out some self-care things that I love to do because this really helped me on my whole balance. I mean, now whenever I am affected with a certain trauma, or I don't feel like I need to stay in bed. Okay, I don't feel like it's gonna make me just I feel like, okay, I can get through this. And but I do a lot of breathing exercises, and I try to do this every single day. Okay, breathing exercises to grounding. I love grounding, which in nature, if you're in an apartment, or you're not able to do the grounding, we have amazing essential oils that do that. I know the earth scent is a good grounding oil, essential oil. Um, a surrender is a good essential oil that we have. Um, Heaven Scent is another grounding oil. So we have, so if, sometimes
We
just by
have all
putting,
those. We have those 3 down under, so that's good. I was listening.
wonderful. And the great thing is, it's like if you cannot get outside, so say you're, you don't have, like I have a backyard that I just love, and the birds are singing and chirping, and it's just my happy place. I mean, that's the first thing I do is go outside in nature, and I get grounded, and I even try to do that at night. That is self-care. That is something that is going to help you, as a mother, be more productive and not get into the path of going down, a road of prescriptions and everything from anxiety to depression to hormone instability. Doing a lot of self-care, because we get caught up in taking care of our family, and we get caught up, and the last thing we think about is ourselves. And then all of a sudden we're in burnout. Okay, and we don't want the husband to talk to us, we don't want the kids to talk to us, we don't want anybody to talk to us. Just get out of the room. I mean, leave me alone. And but if we were doing daily things to get back with nature and connect back, swimming, water is very healing, which is, incredible. If you have a swimming pool, make sure that you're getting out there, in your swimming pool. Humming, there's an art to humming, um, and so I want you guys to practice this. Okay, when we get off of here, I want you to hum your favorite song, and then I want you to tell me how good it made you feel, because humming elevates your vibration. Okay, so it elevates your mood, and so even us teaching our kids back to humming, it's going to elevate their vibration. And so, okay, so here's some important supplements that are my go-to. I already showed you my calcium magnesium. I love the Cal Toddy. Okay, that is my extra calcium magnesium. You guys, omega deficiencies, especially with hormones for women. Okay, you got to be taking mine. I love the Prohoba omegas, but I know you guys have the ultimate omegas. You have the, you have some source, and we do have
We have that one as well.
and we do have one that's not a fish oil. Okay, and it's the multi EFAs. It's not vegetarian. Okay, it's still in a gelatin capsule, but it doesn't have a fish source to it. So that's another one. It's got flaxseed and primrose oil, which is, you guys, you need to be faithful on these. If you are having hormone disruption, or if you're having just feeling blue, or just not feeling good, joint pain, double, triple your EFAs. I mean, unless you're eating 2 cans of sardines a day, which I can guarantee you most of you guys are not. Yeah, no, I know you're not. And in our kids, especially, they're not getting any type of fish usually, during the week. The Smart FX is a really good one for them, but EFAs are so crucial, your omega-3s. The Stay Vital, which is the mineral and vitamin supplement from our line, it has extra iodine. Okay, so I take this with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and it really helps to nourish my thyroid. I really like that it has the extra there. Then the Hope product, which is a beautiful product. But you guys, if you have a sluggish liver, there's no way that your body, that your liver can actually, send out the connections of the hormones. Okay, your metabolism is going to be totally off base. You're not going to be able to lose weight, and things aren't going to be. And you're not going to be getting rid of toxic waste. Okay, which I didn't go into a lot of the endocrine disruptors, but that'll be for another time, because you guys, anything, I love it that Jeanette has the cleaning products. You guys, I use only Youngevity's makeup, from shampoos, conditioners. I don't drink out of plastic. I either have a glass or a stainless steel, because all of those disrupt hormones. Okay. Take an inventory. That's why I said you have to take an inventory of yourself. What are you doing daily that could actually be causing your body harm? Okay. This is for men and women. Okay. Stay Balanced is my fantastic, amazing product that's for men and women. And when I went through that traumatic event, I'm up to 4 of these a day, because that's what my body needed to balance. So I was used to take just 1 twice a day. But then whenever I went through that stress and I noticed that I was having weight gain, then I had to up my supplements. You guys, you will, from the day that you hit puberty till the day you pass, your hormones are always going to be fluctuating. Okay. Some people will have hot flashes, some people won't have hot flashes. Some people, and so it's really important. Then I also take the Premium Women's Hormonal Balancer. It just is a really cool product, and it has a little bit more of the passion flower. And but if you have the Women's FX, something like that, if you're having hormone issues, you definitely want to do that. And then Eat Less. You guys, Eat Less is it helps with the appetite, it helps with blood sugar, but it helps with colon health. Okay, women especially tend to get more constipated than men, and so that product right there helps to regulate, especially if you travel. I know Jeanette Anderson, she made sure that got over there to you guys, because it just really worked for her to work on that. And so those are my top things. We got to balance your hormones. We can do that through understanding what stress and cortisol does to the body. Then sleep, you got to get that sleep 7 to 8 hours. Food, you got to make sure that okay, so Bronie, I noticed that you're yawning a little bit. Okay, so you probably didn't sleep very well last night.
I'm going through an emotional time too. Dude, I'm trying
Yes,
to hide them.
yes.
But I don't feel tired. I just think it's an emotional yawn. Certainly not bored with what you're saying. I'm just concentrating on it. Maybe that's trouble. I don't know.
Well, no, but what you do, in what people need to understand, is we all go through these moments and these periods of time. So what you have to focus on is to get you back on where you feel better. Is one, don't eat things don't put anything in the body that's going to harm it. Okay, only put things in it that's going to do it good. Whether it's vegetables, protein. Protein, you guys, makes those amino acids, which is so necessary for all the neurotransmitters that's in the body, the dopamine, the GABA, the serotonin. All that protein is a building block for all of those neurotransmitters. Okay, up your EFAs, but also, get out in nature and do things that just bring you joy. And I'm not saying this, I think all of us get to where we reward ourselves. And this was me when I went through my traumatic event with my dad. Okay. And I also lost my grandchild that I had helped raise. Okay. I did not focus on healthy foods. Okay. I did not necessarily do gluten, but I just didn't pay attention. And when I started paying attention to what I put in was going to be fuel for my body, was going to help my mind feel at ease, it just helped me so much to be able to go through the process. Everybody has to go through this process on their own time. And so I hope I'm helping people to go through it just a little bit easier whenever it comes to how your body feels. And so, and the thing is nothing is, your feelings are different from mine, and my traumatic event is different from yours, and you know, everything is, and we all, every one of us that's on here has went through something that has just knocked us off our feet, and is sometimes very hard to recover. And but I know you will, because you are a fighter, and I love you very much.
Oh, thank you. So I apologize. I was, sometimes you know, it just you yawn because you need oxygen into your brain, not because you're tired. But well,
Right.
that many years ago.
But mental exhaustion is also hard on you. I mean, it's hard, and I know that you will rebound, but some people don't, and that's whenever they go into a different state, and so I always you know, comforting, and is, you know, something that you got to figure out where that comfort's going to be, and not
Yes.
necessarily because, but anyway, I
Not
didn't mean to
necessarily bad comfort food.
right,
The sticks
because
come in
you guys,
handy.
yes, all the supplements, I mean, just pour, you know, and you guys, and I don't know, I mean, we're getting these, you know, here in the
Oh,
US.
no, you'll love it. Yeah, actually, that's good for when you're going through emotional trauma, because it helps control your mood, to enhance your
Well,
mood.
and the great thing, that's what it says, enhanced mood on there. I mean, everybody, I mean, that's going to be pretty neat for me to try. I haven't tried that yet.
It's actually talking about soul. It actually is something you can have hot or cold at night, and it doesn't put you to sleep, but a bit like how we're having osteo at night, doesn't put you to sleep, but it helps you to get a good sleep when you do. It helps you to your body to sort of kind of get in a good place, not all tense and upset, and to help you get good sleep. So I sometimes add that with osteo FX for help with sleep. You talked about sleep before and getting enough sleep, but that's just a couple of things that I find help me. So
That's perfect, because you guys, sleep is so, it's crucial to everything. I mean, it's the only way your body can reset and repair itself. I did want to say one thing, okay? You guys, this book is called Metabolical, and it's by Robert Lustig, Dr. Robert Lustig. I think every young mother especially needs to have this book. And the reason is because it talks about the lies of the processed foods, the nutrition, and modern medicine. You guys, we have to be stronger advocates for ourselves, because they're poisoning us. I mean, with food. And they're, you know, we're in a big pharmaceutical, big pharma, you know, they don't want you to be healthy. I mean, because they lose patients. So this reveals a lot of, you know, what we're being lied to, even going into olive oil, and you know, we know oils and how they oxidize and different things like that. But you know, I know so many people that won't give up their olive oil. This book will tell you what's in olive oil, okay? And unless you live in Italy, and I don't think any of us do, you're not getting a good source. And so, but you know, this will help you on especially understanding the labels and what to look for in processed foods, and try to do something different with that.
exactly. Well, as Doc Wallach says, unless you've got that olive that you can squeeze the oil fresh from it and use it straight away, you're in trouble. Anyway,
Absolutely.
well, that's an excellent talk. I have loved listening to it. Didn't realize I was yawning that much, but anyway.
No, I didn't mean to say that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know, just yeah, but got to get my brain working good. Now we do have a few questions, and Caroline Thomas is on here, and she had sent me a question. I'm hoping she can unmute. Caroline, can you stick your camera on as well wherever you've gone? Yep, so I can add you the spotlight and unmute yourself. So it's better that the question comes from you. Won't it let you unmute? What's that? Ask to unmute. Is it working now? Why does it do that? I don't understand why. Sometimes it lets people unmute and sometimes it doesn't. So I keep pressing the button to ask you unmute.
Well, you look beautiful.
She, I don't know what to do there. I just don't know. Okay, well, just keep trying. Just keep trying to unmute. Yeah. I wonder if whether you go out and come in. No, not like. Anyway, I'll just ask the question. So here we go. I'll do my best. Okay, so she has a friend who's about 30 and already has one child, and she has just had a ectopic pregnancy. Is that how you say it? ECTOPIC. They had to remove her fallopian tube. She does have other health conditions, but Caroline's not sure what they are. Now, is there any way we can help her?
Absolutely. Everything goes back to the deficiencies. Okay. And so, and you have to be that detective, like I said. And so her friend needs to go back and look, and nobody wants to ever feel like they caused anything. Okay. Which, it could be just a simple deficiency that could go into that. So just like Dr. Wallach said, you need to be on the 90 for life prior to pregnancy, and you and your partner needs to be both on the 90 for life. That's going to give the best availability, the best nutrients, the best ability to be able to have that baby. Okay. And so why do things like this happen? You know, we can't pinpoint, like I said, we are such intricate souls that we, you know, as women, we cannot say why it happened. You know, they're not going to pinpoint it, but what we can do from here on out is she needs to get on the nutrients, and she, especially if she's wanting to have more children, you know, her and her partner need to get on those 90 essential nutrients. They need to make sure that they're not, that she's not having any of those deficiencies. And I think Dr. Wallach has, you could probably find a clip of him talking about nutritional deficiencies in his 2-hour lecture that he has on the fetuses. Okay. And you might be able, and like I said, it is it's a hard topic to talk about because no mother wants to feel like they were responsible. Okay. And so I wouldn't even probably go that direction. What I would do is say, you know, nobody can explain why things like that happen, but I can explain that a lot of nutrient deficiencies causes a lot of health conditions. And so let's get you on the 90 essential nutrients. Let's also get your partner on the 90 essential nutrients, because this is what's most needed. Like I said, the most on hormone imbalance, okay, the most ones is the vitamin D. I mean, vitamin D is like crucial, okay? And so, but she needs to set her body up for the pregnancy, and so she needs to get on the 90 essential nutrients, you know, be on that for a little bit and then try again.
Okay, so they've removed her fallopian tube, so that would cause an issue?
Okay, so she still has one ovary, okay, right?
I have no idea. Do you know, Caroline? Does she still have one? I don't know if she.
Because I imagine, because your fallopian tubes, okay, I can't imagine them having to remove both, because they would just remove the area that it was, because it was growing on the outside. And so so she still has another one. She's still going to have. Oh, there you are. Okay,
she
froze
she
a little bit.
froze, and I thought,
Yeah. And so yes, she still has one. And so I mean, and she still has a uterus, and so she can hold the baby. And so she's still in, and she just won't have as many eggs producing, okay? And so that's the reason why she really needs to get nutrified. And I would probably, like I said, the EFAs, that would be, I would probably even double up on that as far as the 9 essential nutrients, and double up on the EFAs.
Awesome. So look, just as well we're getting good at lip reading. Hopefully that's helped you, Caroline. Good. Okay. Now does anyone, before I go to other questions that I had sent to me, does anyone that's on the call have any questions for Dr. Laura? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Let me know so I know to unmute you, spotlight you. Not at this point. Okay,
just a quick one, Bronie. What does Dr. Laura recommend for the basic nutritional program?
Definitely the 90 essential nutrients. Okay. And so you can get that in different methods. So whenever it comes to the 90 essential nutrients, okay, it's divided up in the amino acids. Okay. It's divided up into the vitamins and the minerals. And so the Beyond Osteo, okay, has the minerals. It has the plant-derived minerals. Okay. And it's also got, the glucosamine, the chondroitin, the MSM, and so it has other building blocks, collagen, different things like that. Okay. Then the Beyond Tang and Tangerine is the vitamin portion, plus it now has the prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics in that product. Okay. And then your essential fatty acids, which so looking at what you get to choose from, whatever you have, when it says 90 for life essential nutrients, you're getting the 90 essential nutrients. Whether it's the essential pack, whether it's the, some of it doesn't taste as good, like the Ultimate Daily Classic in the liquid, but it is more affordable for some people. Okay. And so some people do, like on our team, they'll do the plant-derived minerals, and then they'll do our Stay Vital for the vitamin supplement. And then they will do our Stay Restored, which is our joint product. Okay, and then we do the Prohoba Omegas. That's another way that we get these 90 essential nutrients in. And so it just depends on what you have in your area. But yeah, that's the protocol. That's the foundation. That's what you get started on.
So good. Help you there, Grant?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep.
Okay. All right. So I have a friend in the US who couldn't be on here tonight because she had to go somewhere. But anyway, she wants to know what we can do to get rid of eye floaters. They're gels like floaters, like clouds. They're clouds that follow your eye movements, not the black dot ones. And apparently this has been going on for about 2 years, and her ophthalmologist, eye doctor then, said it's age related and could take years to go away. And it started after an eye infection 2 years ago from a bad reaction when mowing, when dirt went into her face. So
okay, so I never believe it's going to take years to get rid of anything whenever you hit it with a power punch. Okay, and so the Occutive, the Vision FX, those are two powerhouse products whenever it comes to eye health. Okay, the Immortalium helps, it's anti-aging, and it also helps the telomeres. Okay, and so those three, then I would couple it with a super antioxidant. I tend to go to the Cell Shield RTQ. or my Stay Young. But I know in the Benny U brain, you guys have a super antioxidant as well. Okay. Because
Yeah,
super
that's
antioxidant,
called Coreo.
Oreo, it crosses the blood-brain barrier. Okay. So you got to get nutrients that can actually cross over and actually nutrify and be able to help in that direction. Okay. She doesn't have an infection anymore, so we don't need to topically put in the colloidal silver or anything like that. And then she gets on the 90 for life. She gets on, especially the calcium magnesium, because when we also look at the any eye health, you also have to go into the 12 cranial nerves, okay, that that Dr. Wallach talks about, and that's when the minerals, especially the calcium magnesium, actually helps with that.
So would you recommend the cow toddy or the cow mag capsules?
Okay, so you mean the cow mag or the cow toddy?
Yeah, you were
Or
saying to up the cow magnesium.
yeah, the calcium magnesium, which so your Beyond Osteo, which is part of your 90 for life, and then the cow toddy is what I would actually increase it with.
That's good. Okay, now I've got another
Now
one.
the cow mag is more affordable, so that's the extra one you're going to add on to the end. So if it is an affordability issue, then to add the extra calcium magnesium, then add the cow mag. It's a good product.
So if finances is an issue, where would you start?
Okay, so with the 90 essential nutrients, I would definitely start with the essential 90.
Yeah.
Okay, which is, like I said, it's not going to taste the best, but it is. Then you add the extra calcium magnesium, and then the immortalium, the occutive, and the Vision FX. Okay, those three are a must products to take. And then you probably add my Stay Young because it's more affordable as far as the super antioxidant.
Sounds awesome.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll help her when she gets to listen to this, because she's going to. She promised me she would. Now,
Awesome.
the other lady who is also going to watch the replay later because she had another appointment this morning, she has a melanoma on her ear. See, these things that sound similar. And she had a biopsy done, and since they've done the biopsy, it keeps changing and it's ulcerated, and it changes daily, and she doesn't want to go down the pharmaceutical route. She wants to go down the natural route, and has asked how we can best help her with that. I have a picture.
So
I don't know if you can see. That's a picture.
oh, bless her heart. Okay. So here's the thing about your ear. Okay, especially on the lobe. Okay, it's very hard to get nutrients there. Okay, it's just like kids that have an earache. It's very hard to get something to there. So us doing a topical as well as her taking something internally is what I would suggest that you do. Okay, so let's talk about the topical. Okay, I would get liquid Z radical.
Oh, we don't have the liquid C radical.
Okay.
We have the powder and we have the capsules.
Okay, put the powder in. Okay, or the capsule. You can open up the capsule, either one, because you're going to open up the Hope capsule too. Okay, then you're also going to get. Okay, so I started with the Z radical, didn't I?
Yeah, Z radical.
Okay. Colloidal silver, because colloidal silver is antibacterial, antifungal. You guys, a lot of things that are related to things that's foreign that's growing on your body, whether it's the C word or whatever, can be a fungal action. Okay, so that's the reason why the colloidal silver is a good topical as well. Okay, plant derived minerals. You're going to get plant derived minerals. Then I would get the frankincense essential oil, and then the Hope product. Okay, and I would.
And did you say the Hope?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, it
And
just
then I would shake that up. It's going to be in a liquid. She could take, she could do a few things to have it topically. She could take a cheesecloth and make a poultice, okay, and she just soaks it, and then she is able to maybe put it on there and then put a hat over it and sleep on it all night. Okay, it's going to be a little bit messy. Maybe she can get a little one of those shower caps or something, you know, and put on there. Okay. You could take tea bags and make a poultice, like say chamomile, lavender, which is a calming tea. You can also soak all these in there as well. Or you can get a spray bottle and just mist it and spray it and try to, she'll just have to shake it up every time. Okay. Cause there's going to be herbs in there as well. Okay. Then I would take internally the fucoid Z, the selenium.
Yeah.
I would probably double the hope. And then the RYL 500. If you have that.
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Okay.
Then Pukes calls it something else and it throws me every single time.
Okay, so there's the RVB 300 and then the RYL 500, but then sometimes we just call it beta glucan.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
But my eyes see the 500 on the label and thinking, what the heck?
Yeah.
Someone says that.
You guys,
Usually
that can raise your immune system within 72 hours. Okay. Her immune system has to get on top of it. And so, make sure she has a very good, clean diet, nothing inflammatory. So make sure she's off the oils, the gluten, the sugar. Okay. Protein, you know, sometimes protein gets a bad rap, but protein is necessary for building blocks for every cell in the body. Okay. And so that keeps the cells happy and healthy. So protein is necessary, especially the
like
strength.
TMR shakes and
absolutely.
And the plant-derived one, the plant-based one.
Yes. And that's what I would do. That would be my protocol. Now, the Oxybody Cherry Berry, do you happen to have that?
Yes.
Okay. I would get that and I would mix it in with the also the topical that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then take it internally.
So both.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. She'll be so happy with that. You know, sort of just so many people just want to hit things naturally, as opposed to going down the chemo route or anything which does more damage. So that's all the questions I've had sent to me. I don't know if anyone else has any questions on here, besides what Grant had. Raise your hand, unmute. Kevin, my man.
Hey.
Wait till I spotlight Kevin. Do you love his new haircut, Dr. Laura?
I love it. Oh my goodness. You look so different though.
It does.
But you look, I was going to say, you look a lot younger too.
Oh, thank you. You just chatting me up now. Hey, just thank you for all of that. That's so much information there. I hope everybody took a lot of notes. Fortunately, Bronie does record this so we can continuously share this information. It's quite valuable because we don't have enough people sharing, you know, the backbone of a lot of our products, you know. And so that begs another question: where do we go from here? You know, you've got great liver support. You've got great, you know, with the protein shakes and all that, great for weight management and bits and pieces. Where to from here? Do we see anything using Star Natural for the respiratory system or anything else going forward?
Okay, so each product is designed to do something different. Okay, and so the ones that we didn't talk about is, of course, the Stay Energized Plus. Okay, that's an energy product, but it is, yes, weight loss, but it also has chromium, 3 different types. So it really helps with blood sugar support. Okay, that's that one product. The Stay Thin.
Is that new product? Because we don't have that down here.
Okay, it's not a new product. And so we need to get all of our products there is what we need to do. Is so that's a great, and it's really good for a focal product. So it really helps with memory and different things like that. The Stay Thin, do you have the Stay Thin there?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, I
We
will
have
get a
to stay
list of
balanced too.
ones.
No basis
You should have
starts.
this.
We've got hope, eat less. There's 4 capsules we carry here. Can't name them on the top of my head.
Oh, I'm trying to think too, because there's
Stay restored. The Stay Restored, which is a
restored,
joint
got
product.
restored, yes, because
Yep.
I'm just
One more.
thinking what's on my shelf outside.
And it's probably the Stay Balanced, which is the hormone support.
Hope, stay balanced. Could be. I got a brochure. I made a brochure up for you guys, and I could give it to everybody.
Okay, so Stay
Stay
Clear. Do
Clear.
you have the Stay Clear?
Yeah, we have Stay
Yes, we
Clear.
do. Stay
I
clear.
don't think we have Stay Balanced.
So
Okay,
hope,
we got to get that there. It's a game changer, you guys. It is absolutely a game changer, especially with hormones, with circulation. So, you know, with neuropathy, for people that, you know, have circulation problems, diabetes. I mean, the Stay Balanced is a tremendous product. We will work very hard to get that there. The
Yeah,
other product is,
you're very lucky at the moment, and that's because you have a medical herbalist down there who's a great advocate of your Star Natural range, same as the Good Herbs range, because you know I believe the power of herbs. So, yeah, pretty much all of my formulas will have a Star Natural program in it somewhere or product in it somewhere.
awesome. I
So, yeah, the
love
more
it.
the merrier. It just complements what I do so well.
Good, good. Well, I'm so glad that you enjoy those because I mean, you know, when you're an herbalist and you look at the products and the ingredients, you just sort of get jazzed a little bit.
Yeah, you do. You do. 'Cause I'm not driven by the names. I'm driven by the ingredients you're using. So, and I just use those appropriately.
Yes. Because you know, you said to stay clear, and I'm a little bit shocked that that's actually there, which is great. But you guys, it's a natural antibiotic. I mean, so like people that have infections, I mean, it's just besides it doing a skin product, I mean, it's got, you know, golden silverite, it's got, you know, burdock, and it's got dandelion, it's got all those herbs that we look for on, especially on infections and different things like that. So
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting to know that we can use it like an antibiotic. It's
yes,
because normally we would go straight for the kilobiotic, and
Yeah, exactly.
so there's I would people who have got a big infection, I'd hit them with both. Then, knowing that, that's awesome.
absolutely, absolutely, and they're different. The killer biotic and the stay clear is totally different, and so it'll complement each other.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because like this is what I mean. So sometimes, like you said, like Kevin said, the name doesn't actually tell you really what's in there and how those ingredients can the other benefits than what the name suggests.
Absolutely, I know.
But
But that's why you have people like us. You know, we can translate the word hope into liver support.
Perfect. Well, you know, and some of our names we did, you know, because hope, it can mean so many different things, but it does give people hope. I mean, you know, because a lot of serious conditions, you know, the hope is really helped with. So
yes, as Caroline pointed out, the labeling laws that we have here stop us. Oh, I think in the US too, stop us saying
All around. Yeah.
certain things. Or
see,
putting
eat
on
less, we had to take out parasitic formula. Like, so we had to take off that it could help with parasites. And then the stay clear used to be called stay acne free. And acne is not even a disease. Okay. So we wasn't diagnosing, treating, curing, preventing anything because it's not even a disease. It's a condition. But the FDA made us take it off after we joined Longevity. So
yeah,
Silly, very silly.
yeah.
well, thank you,
this is
Kevin.
why
I'm so
people
glad that you
struggle.
enjoyed the line. And you know, here's the great thing, because Kevin did say something, is the good herbs work right well with the Stay Natural line. I mean, you know, they don't really overlap ingredients a lot, and so you can really power punch it.
Yeah, definitely the two go very well together. And in most cases, I would put the two together. Well, my backbone's always hope. Everybody should have hope, just like they have selenium, just like they have EFAs, just like they have a BTT. Everybody should have hope in their main base nutritional line.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Because the name itself says everything.
It does.
It gives us hope. While ever there's life, there's breath, and there's hope. Oh, yeah.
Like
rubber band.
yeah,
Did you
or
have a
like
question, Mary?
I know
I'm not quite sure what's going on there. All right. Well, if we've got no more questions, we will call it a day. Thank you, everyone, for coming. And Kevin's out there in the middle of nowhere. Mary, did you have a question?
My new office. My new office. What do you think of the
I love it.
Freddie?
I love it. Mary, I think, has a question.
Hi, my name is Mary Ellen. I actually don't have a question, but I just want to say I just hopped on. I just had a wonderful meeting with Caroline, and she mentioned this call, and I'm happy to be here. So I got to listen to a bit of it because I was watering my garden as I was talking. But listen to you. But I do have one question. I don't know anything about the lines of medicine, but I am in California. I am a medical person. I'm a nurse practitioner in California. One of the things that I found very helpful was tea tree oil for like fungal, like toenail and like feet and in between toes, fungal. Do you guys? I don't know whether you guys have that as a line or if whether
We do.
you guys talk.
We have
Yes, we have tea tree.
oil in our essential oil.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Yeah, I've learned that through my own experience. But when people are like on prednisone or different things, and I went to go get my nails done at a shop right before I was going to be a bridesmaid in a wedding, and I had this horrible issue with my feet, and I finally called my nurse practitioner instructor from a year before, and I just said, what do you recommend? And because none of the oral antifungals and topicals were working, and the tea tree oil took care of it within 2 weeks. Everything was just gone, daily use. And I just wanted to ask. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
It's one of our #1 selling oils. And so you can get it right here at Youngevity.
Okay,
Yeah, and also
thank you.
also the quality as well. I'm very proud of the essential oil range we have. They're all first pours, and they all go back to the original origin where the original oil came from, like France, of course, with lavender, etc. And the tea tree oil, and we've certainly found
Brilliant.
that Australian tea tree oil seems to be the best. We have tea tree here. The same family is called Manuka. So we have a Manuka oil, which is works well, but the tea tree oil, especially the Australian, the Youngevity tea tree oil we use, is by far some of the best I've come across.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate being here.
You're very welcome, and it's lovely to see you, Mary.
Thank you.
Mary
Thank
Ellen.
you very much.
There,
Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen. Okay.
Mary Ellen. Yeah.
Lovely
right.
to see you.
There's Caroline there as well. All right. So if we have no further questions, I'll just say there. We will wrap this up for the day. And again, like I said, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Dr. Laura, for your time. I'm so glad that Mother Nature behaved itself a bit, so we didn't miss you again this week with the tornadoes heading down your way. Please stay safe. And yeah, so as I ask you all nicely here in Bronie's World, to stay safe, stay informed, be empowered, but do not live in fear, my friends. And when you are taking care of all those gorgeous things in your body, then you too, and staying natural, you too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. God bless you all. Catch you again tomorrow here in Bronie's World.
Bye-bye, Bronie. Thank you,
Thank
Doctor.
you.
Bye. Thank you all.